I received the award from Professor Kozarsky, who helped set up the IAG. What a pleasure it is to see my association awarding a Polish geomorphologist. It's like saying thank you back again. I congratulate you, sir, and your award is richly deserved. May I wish you a really good conference, and I send you all my love. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Dennis Brunsden. Now I would request Professor G.B. Jolski to come on the dais. Professor Eric Fish will speak a few words and then we'll hand over some souvenir to Professor
Sure.
GB.
I will not add any words to Dennis Brunsden's wonderful speech. You deserve more than any others this Brunson Medal, which has been created to honor members who really serve the IAG as association, and you did a wonderful job. So thank you, ZB, for your involvement. You're a model for each of us.
Yes, sir, the medal will be handed over tomorrow because it is kept in the hotel by...
Okay, I see.
Yes.
So it is my pleasure to thank to all of you for this award, and especially I would like to mention that Professor Kozarsky, Stefan Kozarsky, was the first teacher of me. But I would like to thank also all members of the executive committees when I collaborated with all members. But first of all, I would like to thank to past presidents, Professors Olaf Slimaker, Professor Andrew Gaudy, Professor Mario Panica, and Professor Mike Crozier. But last but not least, special thanks to Piotr Migoń, who indicated me as IAG webmaster. Dzięki, Piotrze.
I think you...
This is Professor G.B. Jolski. Now, from International Association of Geomorphology, we offer honorary fellowships to some of the senior geomorphologists. We have a list of 6 geomorphologists. I would request Professor Michael Crozier to come on the dais. He is the IAG Honorary Fellow for this year. I would request Professor Michael Crozier to speak a few words.
Well, I'm honoured, humbled and surprised that I'm being awarded this today. And if I'd known, I wouldn't have worn my national costume, which is shorts. I would have dressed up. But it is a real delight and a real honour, and I'm humbled when I look at the list of recipients of this fellowship, this honorary fellowship, and I really do feel quite humble in that respect. And I'm delighted. I didn't get many prizes when I was a schoolboy, so I would like to see my old teacher now. But it is especially enjoyable and especially significant that this organization, which I believe in, it is an important organization because it cares for the humans in all parts of the world. This organization has been very, very good at helping people from less privileged countries to come together, and as has been mentioned before, helping people and bringing in younger geomorphologists. And it's, in this sense, it's a family, and it's quite different from some of the other scientific meetings in that respect. And we all benefit from hearing the views of our science as it applies to different cultures and different places. So this makes it really special for me, and I'd like to thank the organisers of this conference and the Association, International Association of Geomorphologists for this award. Thank you.
I would request Professor G.B. Jolinsky to come on the dais and sit there. Next one is Professor Morgan de Dapar from Belgium. I request to come on the dais.
Well, this is a very emotional moment for me because it was always an honor and above all a pleasure to serve the IAG. I witnessed the birth of IAG in Manchester when I was a young assistant, and I saw it growing, IAG, and become more important. And I think that it's really worth to serve IAG. You don't gain money with it, and officially you are losing time. So if you put now on your CV that you are serving an association, they will say, no, you are losing time because you are not publishing at that moment. So it's very important that we still have volunteers who want to work, especially from my side and this is for me really the core business of IAG, from my side, training young geomorphologists, giving the chance, mostly people from developing countries, to join a network of experienced people. This is very important. And I'm really very grateful to Mauro, because he is the driving force behind it. Because I know that this demands a lot of work behind the curtains. Nobody knows it. To obtain money, to organize the contest, because there are always much more candidates than people that we can give a grant. So it was really always an honor. And I made a lot of friends also in geomorphology. And as I will explain during the Professor Basu memorial lecture, I knew Professor Basu very well. I invited him at my university and we stayed friends. And I even had the honor to be in the jury, the PhD jury of a very young geomorphologist who is now the Secretary General of IAG, Sunil, who became also a very good friend. Congratulations, Sunil. You're really, Sunil for me is really the example of somebody who took the opportunity from IAG to progress. And that's what we still have to do. So thank you very much again. Thank you for the new stick, because due to not drinking enough water during a 1 month field work, I'm a field geomorphologist in the Egyptian desert during the month of March. My kidneys were blocked and very slowly I was intoxicated by my own toxins. And the result was what you see. I was almost a zombie, but I was saved. But I still have problems to walk as it should be. But now I have that new stick, and with 2 sticks, it will work, I'm sure. Thank you very much.
Professor Mateo Gutierrez from Spain, he could not come. I would request his son, Professor Francisco Gutierrez, to come on the dais and to collect the memento. We get hardly chance to see both father and son in the same university as Professor of Geomorphology. We have seen Arthur and Strahler, and then we are seeing this Gutierrez family. Professor Paula Freddy. A very famous, common and young dynamic lady from Italy. Yes, Paula, it's an honor. I would request Professor Paula to say a few words.
Well, I will say only a few words because I'm very moved and I think that my voice is trembling. It's a great honor for me to receive such high award and especially to receive it together with some high personality of IAG. I will do all what I can in the future to help for IAG success. And I want to thank deeply the President, IAG President Eric Fouache, and all the members of the executive committee for considering me worthy of receiving such high award. Let me share this award with the Italian Association of Physical Geography and Geomorphology, of which I've been the president for 6 years, and in particular with my teacher, Professor Lupia Palmieri, who started teaching me geomorphology at the beginning of the 70s, and he is still doing that, even nowadays. Thank you so much for everything.
Professor Jean-Pierre Peulvast. It's an honor for us.
For me too. I want to thank deeply my colleagues, the president of the IAG, and all of my colleagues whom I met during these conferences of the IAG. During my 50 years of work in geomorphology, of field work, and when I began modestly to make the field work for my research, I never imagined that one day I should have to pay the price for this field work with the operation I must have for my leg, and this stick is deeply welcome. Well, I thank you very much for this honor, and I hope I will continue to serve the geomorphology. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes.
I would like to congratulate each of you. The award of Honorary Fellow was created to acknowledge the scientific production, the involvement of scientists above the average. I know each of you, or I had the opportunity in the last 30 years to interact with each of you. I know your value as a scientist, but also as a man and a woman. And for me, the two things are important. A good scientist needs to be a model also on an ethic point of view, on a personal point of view. Each of you is a model for the young geomorphologists. Thank you very much for your involvement for the discipline. Now, a small comment. This stick is coming from UAE. It is a traditional stick from the tribe in Musandam Peninsula. The model of the axes go back to the Bronze Age, and it's still to be the traditional stick in the mountain. So you can fight against the snakes, you can walk, and you can show some geomorphological features to students. So this stick means you're still to be here for geomorphology. Thank you very much.
And lastly, Professor Savindra Singh. I would request Professor Singh to say a few words.
Oh my God, I consider myself young among the galaxy of very senior geomorphologists here. So today just now I have started feeling young because I am running only 75. So I am very proud of this fact. And secondly, on behalf of our country and the fraternity of geomorphologists, this is a great honor for us. This is not for me. I don't think whether I deserve or not. It is for the geomorphological fraternity of India. It is devoted to the Indian Institute of Geomorphologists. It is devoted to all of us who are working in this precarious field. So I thank to the International Association of Geomorphologists, the Executive Council, selecting me for this and giving me this opportunity to this young man to sit among the galaxy of so much talented geomorphologists to whom I don't match. I am unconformal. If I use the term unconformity, geological, geomorphological unconformity, I feel myself very, very unconformal among the galaxy of the very senior geomorphologists. I would like to have your blessing, sir, so that I can survive and to guide and do some work and encourage the younger generation. And I don't think here in India, this is the axe to cut. I think it is to cut the rocks. It is to cut the pebbles, the stones, and so many things. And I think it is to cut the hurdles that come in your way. You cut the hurdles and go through. Swim across the knowledge of geomorphology. This stick symbolizes, and that may help after some time to walk also. No, it will not fit in me because I am a bit taller.
No, you are standing on a...
Oh. So once again, I thanks to the IAG, particularly the Executive Council and the core committee of the organizing committee of the country to forwarding my name. I am very, very grateful to them. I am very much obliged to them to select me for this honor. I don't think I deserve so much, but I again thanks to all of you who witnessed this thing this evening. Thank you, Sunil. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Eric. There is a very handsome president of IAG. It's very handsome. Clapping for our president. Handsome president.
वहाँ पे बैठिए सर, फोटोग्राफ लेना है।
हाँ, कहाँ पे?
वहाँ पे बैठिए, फोटोग्राफ लेना है साहब। Now, we are almost at the last stage. The chief guest, Professor Eric Fues, he is the Vice Chancellor of Paris Sorbonne University, Abu Dhabi, as well as the President of the International Association of Geomorphology, will deliver his address as the chief guest. But before that, one small function is there here with Professor Eric Fues. Our Indian Institute of Geomorphologists have launched their website, and it is designed under the direction of Professor Sunanda Bandhopadhyay of the University of Kolkata. I request our President, Professor Eric Fues, to click on and open this website.
So we declare open the website of the Indian Geomorphological Institute. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, national delegates, dear colleagues, dear students, dear friends, it is a great pleasure for me to welcome you in Delhi after Paris and Bernau at the NINS International Conference on Geomorphology. On behalf of the International Association of Geomorphologists, I would like to officially welcome all of you. Namaste, welcome, bienvenue. Nearly 500 geomorphologists from 63 countries participate in this conference. The people behind this success are our colleagues from the Indian Institute of Geomorphologists, and the credit goes particularly to the member of the organizing committee, and I would like to deeply thank particularly Professor Savindra Singh and Professor Sunil Kunardi. Thank you to both of you, but I know you will only be relieved when it will be really over. I would also to thank members of the scientific committee, the working group, and all the governors of the sessions who have provided proposals on the theme Geomorphology and Society. And I want to thank Mike Crozier, who has agreed to give a plenary lecture on that subject. It is also time for me, as well as for the whole team of the Executive Committee of the ICG, who accompany me to complete our mandate and pass the torch to a new team. Let me remind you that all the commitment to the ICG is voluntary and does not involve any particular material benefit. This commitment is very valuable and absolutely necessary for the visibility of our discipline. So do not commit yourself if you don't want to be an active member. This work, association work, community work, need a full involvement. So please, you know, we will have election. I request to all candidates to keep in mind that we need to continue to develop the association. This needs energy and time. Thanks to Marta Della Seta and Mauro Sodalti, we have a new and attractive website regularly updated. I would like to congratulate them. Thanks to Emmanuel Renard, our newsletter has never been so regular and informative. Thank you to the 3 vice presidents for their commitment. Xiaoping for the working group, Irasema for the international relationship, and Mauro for your huge involvement for young geomorphologists. I have also to thank you in person because due to my overcharge in Abu Dhabi, you had to represent me in a lot of workshops and events in the name of the ICG in Europe. So thank you for the job you have done. Xiaoping and Irasema did also a great work during last International Geography Conference in Beijing, where we succeed to sign an agreement. Another result you will see tomorrow at the National Delegate meeting, that we propose to create some common working group between the two entities. Sunil Kunarde as General Secretary and Morgan de Dapper as Treasurer had to assume a regular and substantive follow-up on a regular basis. I deeply thank both of you. Thank you also for your visit in Abu Dhabi to prepare this meeting. We had regular meetings and it was very helpful. Few professions as rules allow us to interact with colleagues all around the world. It is a permanent enrichment, a fantastic opportunity. The scientific adventure is accompanied by a human adventure, and both are equally important. I recognize in this assembly colleagues, and I will forget some colleagues, but from Greece, from Italy, from Romania, from Turkey, with whom I worked a lot in the last 30 years. This is a part of the experience of geomorphology we share on the field, and we share the scientific part as well as the personal part. From an institutional point of view, during this mandate, we have strengthened our institutional links with EGU, the International Geographical Union, and we have focused our effort on the young geomorphologists. Increasing our financial resources and our visibility outside the circle of geomorphologists remains one of the objectives to be pursued. I have no doubt that the new team will be able to tackle the subject. During this conference, the national delegate, you, will have to choose a new team led by a new president. The democracy can be exercised since two qualified candidatures, Professor Mauro Soldati and Professor Xiaoping, stand for the election. They will also have to choose the venue of our next regional conference and the next international conference. Please note that only countries which will have paid tuition fees or deliver a report or sign a document to confirm that they will pay their tuition fees before the end of this year will be authorized to vote. If you have any question, please refer to Sunil and to Morgan. Finally, I would like to extend my best wishes of success to all of you at the occasion of the exchanges at our conference, and also to wish all of you success. Whereupon I declare the 9th International Conference on Geomorphology open. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Eric Fesch, the President of the IAG. I would request Professor A.R. Siddiqui to offer the vote of thanks.
Good evening, all of you, honorable dignitaries on the dais and in the dais, participants from different parts of the world, all ordaining and scientific committee members, ladies and gentlemen. It is my privilege to offer the vote of thanks in this auspicious occasion of 9th International Conference on Geomorphology. It is on the behalf of the organizing committee and IGI, University of Allahabad. First of all, I would like to thank our chief guest, Professor Eric Fesch, Vice Chancellor of Paris Sorbonne University and the President of International Association of Geomorphologists, to grace this occasion by his kind presence and to guide us in each and every step for making the mission a grand success. Thank you, sir. Within his busy schedule, the Director of the Defense Terrain Research Laboratory, DRDO, Dr. Mahen Bhutiani, has responded our cordial request to grace this grand occasion. As the guest of honor, we place on a record a heartfelt thank to Dr. Mahen Bhutiani. Thank you, sir. We are indebted to Professor Saven Singh, Doyen of Indian Geomorphology, living legend of Indian Geomorphology, Chairman of the Organizing Committee, and the President of Indian Institute of Geomorphologists, Allahabad University, for his continuous inspiration to make the conference a great success. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I do not have any language, any words to thank very dynamic Professor Sunil Kumar De, the Secretary General of International Association of Geomorphologists and the convener of this conference, and convener of the Organizing Committee, 9th ICG. Any words would be less to thank him. Give a big hand to Professor Sunil De. We deeply acknowledge the help and cooperation and thank to all core committee members of the Organizing Committee, Scientific Committee, and chairs of different technical sessions. We are thankful to the Geological Survey of India, GSI, Beta Analytic, Springer Publishing Company, 36th International Geology Congress, and Cambridge University Press for according their kind help through advertisement and contributing for the exhibition. We gratefully acknowledge the financial support rendered by Science and Engineering Research Board, SERB, DST, Government of India, Ministry of Earth Sciences, Government of India, Defense Research and Development Organization, DRDO, Government of India, Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR, India, Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, India, and Geological Survey of India to organize this 9th International Conference on Geomorphology. We are thankful to International Geographical Union, European Geoscience Union, International Permafrost Association, and Geomorphological Society of France for according their generous help and cooperation in organizing the joint session as well as bring out the young talent in geomorphology. This conference is being jointly organized by the Indian Institute of Geomorphology, Allahabad University, and the Department of Geography, Northeastern Hill University, Shillong, Meghalaya. On the behalf of the Organizing Committee, I would like to thank both of them. We must thank the official of Thomas Cook India Limited to organize the conference in such a very benefiting manner and gratefully acknowledge their tireless activities since the preparation of the bidding proposal till today. We are placed on record our heartfelt thanks to the concerned officers of the Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India, Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India, Ministry of Human Resource Development, Government of India, Delhi Public Administration, Delhi Police, and the official staff and security officers, Vigyan Bhawan, for rendering their kind help and cooperation in making this conference a grand success. I must thank all the participants from different countries, from different part of the world, including young geomorphologists, because this conference would not be successful without their presence. I know many of you have faced severe problem in obtaining visa. Instead of that, your eagerness to participate this conference as well as to visit this beautiful country boosted up to work hard to give you utmost comfort. It is our strong belief that you will go back with sweet memories of this conference. Lastly, all other persons who have been working day and night behind the curtain to make the conference a successful one, we salute them. Please excuse me if I miss any name or organization. Thank you all. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much. We have some announcement immediately after this program. There is tea break, and I would request you to come back to this hall at 6:15. There will be a cultural program for about 2 hours in this hall. There will be 45 minutes tea break, high tea break, just outside this hall. And the abstract volume along with the signed certificate, the certificate which you have got in your bag, it was not signed. So signed certificate along with the abstract volume you will get in the post-lunch period tomorrow together. And in the bag you have got 3 books. One is Professor Starkel Memorial volume, sorry, not memorial, it is memoirs. Number 2, Geomorphologists of India, and number 3, tomorrow you will get. So with this announcement, this inaugural session is closed. I would request the IAG Executive Committee members to be present here, and rest of them I would request to proceed for tea. Thank you very much for your kind patience.
दो मिनट ये लोग निकल बुला रहे हैं।